Hello. Welcome back to the podcast. And I have wonderful Michael David here with me. I'm really excited to speak to him because he's one of my very dear friends. This is going to be a touchy thing for me, but this is going to be some serious shit right now. So we're going to get into it.
What's good though is that you're sharing such a similar story that a lot of people in the world are going through right now, right? I mean, you've had so many people reach out.
So many. My DMs are flooded right now. Like, I didn't even know like that this many people had this going on.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's a
didn't
very
know.
real thing.
DNA testing, you cannot fake that. You could not fabricate that. When people like, well, there's no way. Well, DNA doesn't lie. So I found out, unfortunately. I mean, not unfortunately, but like I was blindsided. Like I am blindsided. I still am right now, and I still can't. Like I wake up every day, like not believing it. It's kind of like I'm saying to myself, did this really happen? Like, is this real? And it's airing right now. So the episodes are airing, and it's getting harder and harder for me because I'm watching myself go through it all again, and it sucks.
So they don't give you the show ahead of time, right? Like you
No,
watch it in real time.
I watch it like you guys do. We
Really?
all watch it like the world does. So when it's airing, like I see it when you guys see it. There's no like, oh, can I see it like earlier? Like we don't get that. So when it's airing and like I'm tweeting, I said to the fans, I just can't tweet today. I couldn't do it really. I just felt like out of place a little bit.
I mean, yeah, because you tweet every single week
Hmm.
with all the fans.
Yeah.
And I mean, just really quickly before we get into it, like there was one scene recently where you and Mike were beefing, and it was all because you guys had started texting that you were going to live tweet, and then he started revealing that was just like rude. So, like, want to
Hmm.
clear that up for a sec?
There was something that was happening that I didn't like, and the rest of the cast was not liking that was happening, and I got wind of it. I found out, and I and I let them know. And then that's when Mike and I had exchanges over texts saying, "Let's tweet crazy." He didn't say that on the show, which I was a little like taken back. I was like, "Why didn't you say that?" But it is what it is. Like I'm over it now. But that's really the behind story about
Got
it.
you. Okay. This season already is off to a crazy start. 7A. You have been really open and honest about your struggles. Not really struggles, but
That is struggles,
it's a struggle,
basically. Yeah.
but your journey, finding out that your father that you grew up with actually isn't your father. And you spoke about that on the first episode of
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
And so I guess how was that finding that out for you? Were you surprised?
Um, yeah. Even though I had like a feeling, still like opening that app and then having my sister log into the app that she hasn't logged into for a while, 23andMe, her calling me back in hysterics, crying, having to take off of work. It said half sister, blindsided. She was blindsided. I was blindsided. So was my other sister. Then I find out I have another sister. They're all half sisters, but no matter what, they're always going to be like, especially the ones I grew up with, are going to be, you
Your
know,
family.
my family.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're in this like whole like mindset, like we're getting replaced. I'm like, You guys are never going to get replaced. Like, you're my sisters. Like, I grew up with you guys.
Yeah.
Especially like now, me and Amanda are in a very good place, which I'm very shocked about, and I'm happy. Um, I want to keep it there
Life is
because
so short.
it really is, and I'm her baby. She's had a baby boy's godmother, so like I want to keep it at that. Like I want to be good, but my mother won't talk to me right now because she's very upset that I guess I took the test and met my biological, and I hung out with him a few times. I think she also thinks I'm trying to replace her. But she's like, that's my mom. Like, but like, I also want to have a talk with her because she's saying a lot of things, and I'm not able to say that here, but that's her business. But if that is true, what she's saying, obviously I would never talk to him again. Obviously. Because that's some crazy ass. Just talk to me. Why are you not talking to me?
And I mean, in a way, do you wish that you didn't take the test?
you know,
I mean, I feel like it could go either way at this point, considering how it played out, right?
I found your father and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this is going to be so good. And like everyone, all productions, like congratulating me and like walking down the hall. And I'm like, oh my God, they're like, congratulations, congratulations. And I'm like so excited. I was like crying. And then like, I was taken for like a ride, a roller coaster ride when I met him.
Let's start at the beginning. So when decided to do this DNA test for, the 23andMe, um, what was going through your mind and what convinced you to do it?
There's a crazy backstory to this.
Okay, let's hear it.
First, okay, my friend gave this to me as a gift. I was like, "You give this as a gift? What the is this?" She's like, "It's a DNA test." I'm like, "What the?" She's like, "I give this to everybody." I'm like, "Okay." So
It is a
the
thing. It is
I
a
didn't
thing.
know that.
Yeah, people do
I
do
love
that.
her to death. Like that's like, whoa. I had no clue. So I take the test and the spitting in that thing. I was like, how much more spit? I couldn't get like I was like, do I have to hock a loogie in it? Like me, like it was spit for days. I'm like, I don't think I have enough saliva in me to do this. Like, but I
Yeah.
did it. At the time, I was with my ex husband. I sat in the car. I'll never forget it. I said, can we just drop this off at the post office? Okay. I watched him walk into the post office. He comes out with no box. So I thought, as far as I'm concerned, he put it in the thing,
Hmm.
right? He gave it to the
Yeah.
person, whatever. I never got any updates on the app. I'm like, what the is going on here? Then I finally get an update that they're still waiting for it at the lab. Then I get another update. It never made it to the lab. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So now I call the company after like forever. I'm like, um, it never made it to the lab. It's saying like, what's going on? They're like, let me check into it. They like said that it never made it to the lab. It never got there.
Oh,
What did it get lost in space? Like, where is this thing?
maybe somebody saw your name.
Like, I spit longies in it. Loogies?
I don't even
I
know.
don't even want to laugh about this. It's like
Yeah.
terrible. I spit so much in there and it took such a toll on me because that is like forever. You have to
Yeah.
spit like to the line.
Ooh.
And I was like, I don't think I have more. I mean, you can't drink that much. Like, you can't drink really. You can't drink water. Like, you got to just keep spitting. And I'm like, I can't understand how it didn't get there. Like, out of all of them, mine didn't get there. So, anyway, make a long story short, I was like, so that's it? They're like, we're going to send you a replacement. I'm like, okay. So, I'm living in my old house at the time. They send it. I decide to buy a new house. Chris moves into the house with me. And I never took it, but I found it in a box. Every time I would open the drawer, it would be looking at me. And it felt like it just kept moving forward, like closer to me. Like, take it, take it. I was like, one day out of nowhere, I was just like, I'm going to take it.
I mean, why not,
And
right?
I spit again. A lot. Takes a lot out of you. But I told my mom in the midst of that, like, I'm going to take a DNA test. And she's like, why are you going to do that? I'm like, because I just am. But one day she did say 3 years ago, which is a little weird, maybe your father's not your father. And I said, what? She's like, I'm just kidding. I'm like, Mom, is there something that you need to tell me? And she's like, no, I'm kidding. This man is your father. I was like, okay, that's weird as hell. Oh, I'm gonna take that test. She's like, no, like she didn't want me to do it, but I did it. So I finally took the second one. I finally got there, but it took like 5 to 6 weeks, something like that. I get an alert, 5:30 in the morning. I open it. I'm like, what the? I thought I was like Hungarian, Italian, German, or something like that. It says Portuguese, British.
There's always some random ones in there, though,
Yeah,
I
but
feel.
Portuguese, that's weird. I was like, what? What the is this?
Yeah.
And my sister wasn't on my family tree. So I blew her phone up. But she wakes up at like 6 in the morning. So it was around that time. She finally answered. She's like, what the? I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You have like, what? Why are you not on my family tree? She's like, I haven't logged in a while. Hold on. So she's like, I'll call you right back. So she calls me back and she was in like tears, like, like I can't go to work. I'm like, what the what? She goes, go on the app. I go on the app. I go, big letters, half sister.
What went through your mind when you read that?
I was like, no, like how, like there's no way. I actually didn't believe it at one point. So me and her are on the phone. She's in tears. I'm in tears. And we're both like, how is this possible? And then we called my other sister. And she's like, no way. Because she didn't take that DNA test. So she's not going to pop up on it. And then they met up with the man I thought that was my father. And he said, well, I knew. I just never said anything.
Wow.
He's like, I had a feeling, but your mom said she was mine. So I took, responsibility of her.
Okay.
Um, an opportunity presented itself to me. I took it and I ran with it because he was in jail. It made no sense. Like the time frame makes no sense. I was 18 months old when he came out of jail and he found out about me. Did you guys like have a conjugal visit? Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. Like the timing doesn't make sense. Like how did you not know? So now my mom is like not talking to me, and she's like, it makes me feel a little sad because it's like almost like she's putting it on me, like I'm the problem. But it's like, mom, if you have something to tell me, I will be more than happy to listen. No matter what, you're still my mother. But don't run from me. Don't block my phone number.
Well, I think also,
Sh- sh-
unfortunately, this is hard for a lot of
she's hard.
people.
It's hard for her too. Yeah,
Obviously, you're her daughter. So finding out anything that wasn't expected, wasn't known, I'm sure that's not easy.
exactly.
How long has it been?
I met my bio. Like I don't even know if I can call him that, but in April. So it's been how long? It's almost going to be a year, right?
And when was the last time you spoke to your mom?
I haven't spoken to her since.
Really?
Nope, she will not talk. She actually blocked my phone number. She will not talk. She's in extensive like therapy. Like I don't know what's going on. I feel bad. I
Mm,
feel terrible for her. But I just like like what about me? Like why can't
yeah.
I? Like why can't anybody like speak to me? Like we're all adults.
And I think that especially after
That's
some
sad.
time has passed,
Mm,
I would hope that you guys can maybe hash it out. Is there anything that
I hope so.
if she's listening, what would you say to her?
Well, I did write her a really nice message. I'll read it to you.
Oh,
This was
really?
like 2 days ago, but I was blocked, so I wasn't able to. It didn't get through, but my sister did send it to her.
Okay.
Um, I did send her something nice. Unfortunately, I was, but thank God for my sister that I'm now talking to. Thank God we mended our. And so,
Family life is tough.
but
It's
but it's what I need.
yeah,
I really always wanted a family. Like I don't have holidays in my house. Like
really.
it's up.
Yeah.
I would like to have I would like to host like holidays at my house,
Yeah.
and it's like I would like the family together. It's like what I envision, but like it's not happening. It's like what the
It's never too late though.
come on, man. It's like I can't win. Where did it go? Um, uh, God, wait, I sent it to my sister. I got to show it to you. I'm not. I'm gonna read it. Sorry. Um, she sent it to my mom. Okay, hold on. Damn, my whole phone. Okay, here it is. Hey, mommy. I miss you and I wanted you to know I really love you and I want a relationship with you. I miss my mother and need you in my life forever. I want to help you and I want to have a real relationship with you. Remember, you carried me in your tummy for 9 months and I am your firstborn daughter. I know you think I don't love you, but truth is I cannot live without you anymore. I'm sorry and I want to make it up to you and be close to you and just hug you and maybe we could even cry together if you want. I don't hate you. I truly, truly miss my mommy. That's what I wrote to her. Well, it didn't get to her because she blocked me, but my sister sent it to her, which was nice. But then I find out that my uncle lied, and I'm gonna have to call him out here. I love you, Pete, but you lied and said that I spent Valentine's Day with with my father. I was working. I don't like that. I think that's really up because I'm trying to mend fences with my mom, like no matter what. Like, and you jumped in, and I don't even know how you even felt like or heard that or whatever that I spent Valentine's Day with my father. Or he's not, I wouldn't call him like biological, whatever you want to call him. I did not. I was working until like 9:30 at night. Are you crying?
Well, no, just you reading that message just
See, I'm like so out of tears from
no,
crying.
no,
I
no, I
cry
know.
so
I
much.
just
My God, you're crying. I made you
I
cry.
don't know. Like I'm a little sick too, so that's why. But just
No, it's okay. Like at least you're like,
it's it's hard. And there's so many people out there that are listening to this that probably
yeah,
have been in the same situation where they haven't spoken to one of their parents and you know,
life is short, man.
yeah, I just can't imagine not being in a good position with
My
yeah.
mother. Like it's sad because like if the things that she's saying is true about this man,
Yeah.
why would I not believe her? But she has to talk to me and she won't. So how am I supposed to okay, so basically in my like the way I'm looking at it, it's like I'm almost getting punished. No, I am getting punished for just wanting to know who he was. Why?
Did you speak to her before you did it?
I did.
Okay. I mean, you told her then. I mean, there
I
was,
did.
yeah. So,
I told her she didn't like it, but I told she's like maybe you're the milkman's daughter. I don't know. Like she was just she was kidding around.
yeah.
She liked to kid. She's like a jokester, but I'll never forget that one time she said maybe your father's not your father, but I think she was being serious and she just pretended that she
Well,
wasn't.
maybe in her own way, that was her way of telling you, but not telling you,
Yeah,
hearing it come out of her.
yeah,
You know, because when you have something inside you for that long, you don't saying it outright might be so much to take in.
I know.
So that was probably her like way of just saying a little bit. But
Can you believe that she's been holding like if that's if she okay, for example, like how do I say this? If she knew about it, that must have been such a big burden to carry for that many years.
do you think though that it was to protect you?
Maybe.
Because I
Maybe
mean,
now that I know who he is,
yeah.
I think he's a little I think there's a lot of issues with him.
And we're definitely going
And
to get into
I
that.
could say that to his face. Honestly, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm being real as the things that have happened and transpired. If I read you those text messages that that man sent me, it was heart-wrenching.
And you know,
And
you would do anything for your friends, your family, given you knew them more than a week or a day
100%, but it was
or
like it literally the first week he met me, he asked for MTV Movie Award tickets from my producers.
yeah.
And then they called me, my producers, and told me like, "Do I just want to let you know, like your father just." And then he's like telling me he got Creed tickets for the summer coming up,
I remember you were telling me this on the
and
phone.
he's gonna take his other daughter, which I love her. I feel like I love my sister already, but like I don't really know her.
Well, that's good though that at least out of this you seem
But
to
she's
have
also like she doesn't like. God, I'm sorry, I cut you
Well,
off.
no. But like, she's like you were just saying, she's obviously in a weird
She's
place
nice.
herself,
Yeah,
so, it's probably strange for her too. There's a lot of people that are involved in this.
it's crazy.
And I'm sure that a lot of people out there that are listening understand that. Like, while the emotions are on you, there's a lot of people that are affected by it.
I
And,
mean, yeah,
but I mean, I think that there's been a lot of time, too much time that has passed between your mother. And I just, as a friend,
I know.
I hope that that changes soon.
And the that I'm hearing that she's claiming, it's the most thing like you'll ever hear in your life. And it's like if he did that,
Then you understand.
I want to know,
Yeah.
and I'll be there for you.
Okay.
But you got to talk to me. Like I can't like talk to you through like a blocked phone number.
Yeah.
Like that's not even getting to you.
Is she on social media at all?
She blocked me on everything. So it's been very tough to navigate this. It's been airing, and then the last episode that aired, I did a confession, not a confessional, an interview where I say what he actually did when I met him. Touched my Rolex, like talked about that. He asked me for, he
Yeah.
said, I never asked you for a car. I said, you did.
Well,
And the teeth and all that. Like, I'm
yeah.
going to lie about that. Like, I don't give a what you say. I know what the you like. I know what you like. I know what I heard from your
The
mouth.
first comment about how you're making the big bucks
That
now,
was creepy,
it was creepy, but like
weird.
the first thing maybe could have been like, oh yeah, like she's, they're doing really well, like she's back, like she's
Okay,
making the
okay,
big bucks now, she's on
fine.
TV.
But
But then suddenly it's like, oh, is that a Rolex? I
it's
wish I could afford a watch
fucking
like
so
that.
much, man. And then he
Or
grabs Vin's watch too, and they
yeah,
never aired it. Also, and he's like,
wow.
"Is that one too? Which one's that?" I'm like, "What the?" And then, like, literally, he's getting Creed tickets, and he's like telling me that he needs to sell two of them because he got four of them. And I'm thinking to myself, who are the? And I said to him, "Well, who are the two for?" He goes, "Me and Michelle." What? What?
Yeah.
What about me? You don't want to ask me, right? And then he asked me like 2 weeks ago when I actually was talking to him. I tried again. I tried to do a reset.
Yeah. After what the events that just
He
aired.
up
Yeah.
again. He asked me, "Do I know anybody for the Rangers?" Because the Rangers are playing outside, and I said, "Who are these tickets going to be for?" He's like, "Me and Michelle." What? Are you kidding me? Are
Do you
you
think that he
are you
thought that you'd just
fucking
be too busy or that you don't want to get in?
fuck
No,
no,
no.
no
Yeah.
way. And then he's telling me like to go to like comic book stores to do autograph signings for his friends. Like what the dude? Like
I
it's
mean,
just
if he was like helping you set up a paid gig, that's one thing.
okay. That's different.
But that was not what the
He was
situation
bringing
was.
up people. I DJ'd my first like DJ set in Atlantic City, and he was bringing up young girls over and over the same like even like ones I already took pictures with like 5 times. We got to take, and I don't mind. I love my fans, but please, like, why are you doing
Know your
this?
place.
Like, but then he went on the stripper pole and he was dancing on the stripper pole. I'm like, ew. Then he was like, my friends were like buying him like cigarettes,
Oh,
and then I got him a free hotel room. He didn't take money out of his pocket one time. He claims he's so broke, but he's getting Creed tickets.
mm,
Not in, and he's got and he's like, I'm gonna make a lot of money off the other two. What the? What about asking your other your new daughter that you just met
yeah,
that's been walking around this earth for 37 years to go to Creed with you and your other daughter?
yeah.
I mean, are you serious?
If worst comes to worst, you could have just said you were busy, you couldn't
He knows
go. There was,
he
yeah,
could have listen. The fact is that he didn't ask.
yeah.
So even if I like he thought I was busy, you should have
You should have
asked.
asked.
Then
Yeah.
he got mad at me on Valentine's Day because I wasn't responding to him. But he blew up Vin's phone. He blew up my phone. And he kept saying to Vin, "What are you guys doing today?" And then he said to Vin, "What did he say to you?" He was going to give me flowers. He was going to drop off flowers or something, but I didn't answer him. Yeah, oh yeah, he said it to me, but in a text. And and then he sends me this novel. I'm going to the hospital. How could you throw me under the bus.
Because of everything that aired.
I'm not throwing you under the bus. What don't people understand when you're on a reality show? It's you're saying what the is going on. So I'm like a criminal to you people because I'm being real. Like you did that, you said that, and I'm just saying what the happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's on camera and it's in writing and, it's probably it's
And
hard
then
to
he said his
hear.
two
Yeah.
his two best friends' wives are gonna beat my ass. Really?
Oh, so you
So you're
got
gonna
threatened?
so like I got threatened. Really? That's
Oh,
gross. That's disgusting.
yikes.
That's not cool.
I'm I'm
So
just
so older so people are gonna beat me now. They're gonna touch you. So you're allowing your daughter to get touched. Okay, okay, I see you.
My entire life, I've always had a special attachment to animals. You all know I have 10 cats and my baby Peanut, my little Yorkie. They are just so pure, and I feel like anytime I can get the word out about ways to support finding them a good home, healthcare, food, literally anything, then I'll get involved. Animal Haven has served the New York tri-state area since 1967 and are humbled to be trusted experts in the animal world finding homes for abandoned cats and dogs. They're a highly skilled rehabilitation and training team that provide both cats and dogs behavior intervention, enrichment outings, and ongoing support after adoption. The most important thing I want to note is that they're all a no-kill shelter, meaning they will never euthanize for space or time, which is such an amazing thing. Adoptable animals will stay in their care for as long as it takes for them to get adopted or placed in a more suitable rescue or foster situation. Just being an animal lover, I couldn't think of a more perfect cause to shout out, and I want to let all of you know that you can get involved to help support their mission. Visit www.animalhaven.org to make a dollar donation or find out how you can donate toys or any other needs for their animals. Again, that's www.animalhaven.org. Please, guys, if there's one thing I want to do with my platform, it's get the word out about causes like this because I love animals so much. So thank you, Animal Haven, for all the work that you guys do. Here's to finding more homes to our furry friends.
I also thought that it
That's
was a
disgusting.
little creepy when he was just like, you like to go out to the clubs and shake it.
Yeah, what
Like,
the
remember that?
was that? I was like, what? I don't
I
even
was like,
remember that.
for a second, I was like, did you forget that this is your new daughter? Like, I didn't, I don't know. I think he was really nervous. Like, I do want to like, obviously preface that
Yeah, I
he looked
guess, but
so nervous, which,
okay. Well, so was I. But
yes. And you handled, honestly, with those comments, you handled
what
yourself
about Aunt
very well.
Corinne? She was nervous as. What about
Yeah.
Michelle? They handled themselves very well. And what
Yes.
about
Yes.
Victoria?
Yes.
None of them did that.
No.
Not one. Did you see Michelle's face? My sister?
Yeah.
She was like, ew. She knows. We talk a lot.
Do you feel do you feel fulfilled given everything that's happened, or do you feel like there's a bigger hole?
It's a bigger hole now.
Because now, obviously, the whole situation has made everything really
Worse.
bad with your mom.
Worse. Yep.
So,
Hmm.
I, where would you like to see everything go from here?
Well, you know, whether or not my mom, it's like weird to, it's crazy to say this, like, and she's saying a lot of stuff, and I don't want to say, I can't say what it is, but you know, no matter what, she raised me, so I'm gonna stick with her. Sorry,
Good for you.
but is she gonna talk to me, or is she gonna make me? She's gonna punish me because I wanted to find out the truth. The truth came out. It is what it is.
You seem to have learned,
I've
you know.
learned. I learned that he's very money hungry. Unfortunately, it's sad. It's sad to say this. I love my aunt. I love my sister. Victoria's a sweetheart. I didn't meet my grandmother yet. I have an 84-year-old grandmother.
Yes.
Um, but the biological father was doing a lot of weird.
I'm curious how it would have ended up being if it wasn't filmed, if he didn't know that you were on TV.
If I was never on TV.
Yeah.
Would he have closed the door in my face?
Or would maybe, I don't know, certain comments definitely wouldn't have happened. I
Well, he
think.
said that it was because he was so nervous and all that. And then he also
Mm,
said the reason why he asked me for money, this is the best part. I'm going to put your shit out. I don't care. Sue me because this is not defamation. You can't sue somebody for being honest. Um, when this is the craziest thing. So he asked me for money, like right after I met him.
and in multiple different facets, cash, cosmetic procedures,
Correct. I
rent,
never asked you for that.
car.
I have all the texts. Come on, dude.
For me, it's like, wouldn't you ask for one thing at a time?
No, he wasn't smart enough.
I don't.
He
I
could,
don't know.
and I have so many people that can vouch for me, and like I have texts actually. You actually said, "Oh God, I'm gonna air this guy's whole out." I don't really. I mean, it's not even airing his shit out. It's just being real. This is actually me, just like I don't. It's not airing somebody's stuff out. It's called being real. Here I am again, being scared to be real.
Well, this is the life that you signed up for too.
But
You
lately,
know, and
after every
you've always put your heart out. You know,
But
so
no, I know. But the problem is like I've been like, how do I put this? Scared as like to be real now.
well, I mean, you've gone.
I'm
You're
scared.
you're really deep right now. Like
But even
you've
with like
yeah.
people, like I'm just worried. Like especially like when I go to work and stuff, I'm like, I don't want to like deal with this. I don't want to deal with that. I just want peace right now in my life and serenity.
Okay.
And it's almost like because I'm getting older and I just don't want and I don't want like I don't want like more drama. You know what I mean? And he's like, "Oh, well, your whole show is about drama." I'm like, "It doesn't matter." Like, what?
Do you think that that's
It's like
a part of the motivation to maybe make a storyline? Like, do you think that that's where his intentions are with some of the requests and some of the things that he's done?
I don't even know. All I know is he said I was raised by vultures and wolves and no wonder why my father beat me. He's trying to what? Oh, that's right. I was getting to that. Oh, this is the best one. We got to put this on there cuz I don't give a shit anymore. I'm done. Sue me. I have lawyers too. Actually, anyone could sue anybody for anything as long as you think it sticks, but then I'll win, so it doesn't really matter because this is not defamation. I have literal proof. Um, you went as far to say that you only asked me for money. Get this, because you wanted to test me and you wanted to see if you could trust me. But now that you know that I screenshotted it and sent it to your daughter and your sister, that you can't trust me anymore. He didn't really need the money and he didn't really want it from me. It was just a test.
Interesting.
If anybody heard that, they'd be like,
Yeah.
I call that like the game.
Yep.
The way the texts were like novels. I could actually show you one really quick. No, I'm not gonna like.
No, of course not.
But I could
Yeah.
like go like
Yeah.
it's at
I
it's
mean,
at
that was how it was on the show. Like, I remember Mike and Lauren were like, "What
it's
the
like
heck?"
insane.
Yeah.
It's like how the do you sit there? So I put my own dog on here because I couldn't see the dog that. Wait, look at this. Look at this. How the do you sit there and write like that? Are you serious, bro?
You know that when a text message turns
Dude.
into you have to click on it. That's when it's
I've
like,
never seen that until him.
really? You've never seen that?
No!
Oh, well.
Nobody's
I don't know
ever
what that
sent me.
says about me, but that I've seen a bunch of that. I don't know, just back in the day, like with, you know.
I have never seen this before in my life until him.
Oh, how do you feel?
When I'm reading this, I'm like, he's mad at me for saying my truth, the truth. Another one,
A comment that
and another one.
really stuck was him. I mean, I the gesture was nice, I guess, but the timing was interesting. How he was just like, "Oh, am I gonna walk you down the aisle with this one?" Like,
And then you were going to show him, and then he goes, "No wonder why your father beat you. Why don't you pick one? Either you're going to be on
yeah.
him. So should he have beaten me, or you want to walk me down the aisle and show him? What? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Please let me know.
Kinda.
I think I am.
Kinda. Yeah.
It's sad.
It's
I feel bad
sad.
I actually feel bad for myself. Like it actually like, and I've never said that before. I never want pity from people. I don't want anybody to feel bad for me. But like I feel this times where I'm like feeling bad for myself. Like what the did I do to deserve that? Like you think that you're gonna meet your father and like it's gonna be great. Like I was so excited. I was like in tears. Like the production was like, "Congrats, congrats!" We're walking down the hallway, "Congrats!" I was so like happy. Like I was like, my world's gonna turn like positive now. Like my whole life's gonna be like the pieces of the puzzle that were missing. Because like as like a child, I never felt like I had that. You know
And then obviously the relationship you already had was difficult enough, you know?
exactly with
So,
him, and watching him do the father daughter dance with my sister and not me. He didn't come to my wedding. My uncle walked me down the aisle. That was hard for me to watch that. And then on the bus for my sister's wedding, we were sitting next to each other and we were all hunky dory. And after that day, I tried texting him and he never texted me again. So I try to be cool with him too.
so you are not on speaking terms with
The other.
the other father.
No, he basically
Yeah.
was just being hunky dory with me. I even let him sit at our table, right, Vin? Because he was standing and him and his father don't talk. So he was standing like standing there. And I was like, well, Dad, there's an extra chair here because Amanda's not here. Why don't you sit with us? He sat at our table. Like, I don't know how much more nice I could be
Yeah.
and like endearing and loving. I sat next to this man on the bus from the venue to the church and then the same way back, and we were getting along. And then you never wanted to talk to me again. What did I do to you? And
Well,
this was before ever taking the test, right? I didn't take the test yet. I'm asking you because, hold on, I'm asking Vin. I'm sorry if this looks weird. I think maybe I took it, but I didn't tell him. I didn't have the results yet.
oh, okay.
But like nobody knew. Like I took it except like I told my mother I was going to take it. But like, why did that? Like, why did you never talk to me? Did you block? Like, would you block me right? Like, it was like I'm going to be nice to her for this sister's for her sister's wedding, and then after that, it's like you.
What would you say to him?
Oh, what I would say to him? Well, he's another one. They should be best friends. They are so alike. It's crazy.
Really?
It's really crazy. Yeah. They would say to you that I was lying, but I have so much proof that you can't say I'm lying. My grandmother can tell you she was there for a lot of stuff. My mother used to say the truth, like about like what I'm saying before,
Mm-hmm.
and now she's not on my side because she's not talking to me. But she witnessed everything. She was right there. Like she knows everything that happened. His mother just died on Christmas. Did you cry? Like, are you okay? You just fine? That woman was my life. That woman was my life. Like literally tried to like she had Alzheimer's. And that was and we never had a funeral for her. Like what the like I can't get over these people. Like I've never seen people with no hearts like this in my life.
Yeah.
It's like they have no souls. Where is your soul? Where is your heart? And I also want to say thank you for not coming to my wedding because you would have literally like it would have been a big letdown for me if you would have came.
Yeah.
Because you probably wouldn't have walked me down the aisle. First of all, why did you if why did you not come to my wedding? Why'd you go to like my other sister's wedding and you did the dance with her? You walked her down the. When I stood up, actually, because I was my sister's maid of honor. Damn, this was hard. I was holding back tears when they walked down the aisle because I watched what I thought I was gonna have. That was hard.
Did you know in that moment that you wouldn't get that?
What do you mean?
Like, oh, excuse me. Your sister's wedding was after.
Was after. Oh,
You got
I
way
got married.
before. Way
So
before.
he already
Yeah.
f***ed me
Yes,
over
he had
by
already
not.
done that. So this
So
hurt
when I
even.
watched
Yes.
this is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah. So I already was married prior.
Yeah.
So when I'm watching, I was very happy for my sister, but
It hurt. It felt like
my heart
yeah.
broke. I was watching it and I was like, like, whoa. And then they did the father-daughter dance, and I actually got up to record it, and I stopped myself because everyone was looking at me. I like stopped myself from crying. Like I was like tearing up, but he was like so into the dance, and I'm like, what the like what the man? And then he can claim that it's all because I said that he wasn't there for me growing up as a kid, but he wasn't. I said it like when I did a lunch with Lauren, Jenny, and I think Dina. It's all about what I say on TV. No one gives a about my feelings.
Yeah, I was.
It's all about what they look like. Everybody cares about what they look like. You made me look like you made me look this way. What about my feelings? Like, where am I in all of this? Like, you don't give a like. It's just like you like.
And what if you didn't say anything about what was going on? Like, would they care to reach out? Would they,
No,
you know?
he wasn't even reaching out even before that anyway. So it's like actually, he like pushed me down the stairs of my grandmother's house at one point when I was living with my grandmother that just passed away. So he was like, "What's up, movie star?" Like it's like jealousy.
And
It's like
pushed you down the stairs?
like three. It was like shorter stairs. It was like the stairs that go down to like her the door. But I'll never forget. He came over and he pushed me. That was his thing, pushing me up and down the stairs, throwing me up and down the stairs.
Really?
Uh-huh. Hitting me. I'm going to be honest.
I'm so sorry that you went through that.
He knocked me out one time.
Like, punched?
Like hit my head, like slapped the out of me, like that, where my head hit the wall, and I just woke up and my mom was on top of me. Ah! Yeah, that was bad. I had a big thing. I was bleeding. It was like the worst because I just took precious moments out of the box. And I just wanted to like set my room up because we're nomads because he just like never wanted to pay the rent. So like here I am again, like moving into a new home, and I just wanted to just like play with like my precious moments and put them on my dresser. And I just started, and I'm like, oh no! So I jumped on the bed, and he's like, I told you not to take them out. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and boom, and I was unconscious. I don't know how long. I forgot.
How old were you?
I think I was 9 or 10, maybe 11. I don't remember. I have to ask my grandmother.
And
But-
you remember this. So
oh, I
clearly.
remember that
Yeah.
part.
I mean, it's trauma.
Precious moments. If I was like, yeah, I had to be of age to remember.
In all of that trauma, negativity, baggage, history, whatever you want to call it, though, how does it feel, though, that the world seems to connect with you on it? Does it give you any kind of hope? Does it give you any kind of,
I love that they connect with me with it, but
that doesn't mean you want it?
I'm still heartbroken though.
No,
How do
yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
still like I still feel like a ghost. Like my soul has been ripped out of my body like from this. You know, and it's all about the way they look. They don't give a again about my feelings. No, there was never. So my father sat with my other sisters and talked to them about it. But then they're like, "Why are you telling us and not Angelina?" They call me Angela. I don't know why they say that. On my birth certificate, it's Angelina, by the way. For everybody that's called, my sister on one of the episodes called me Angela.
I noticed that.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, my whole family used to call me Angela. I was like, what the?
Why?
I don't know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that is a little
My
strange.
birth certificate says Angelina. I could actually like prove it, and like I'm gonna bring it to the podcast one day. Like for real, I'm really gonna.
Clearly, it's needed.
Well, Mike, the situation's been calling me Angela lately. I don't know what but that's not my name. It's like me calling you like Mikey. Like it's like I don't
Yeah.
understand.
As a Michael, being called Mikey, unless you want to be called Mikey, that's a no-no.
or like Mickey Mouse. Like I don't know like what the hell you doing? But anyway, Mike's like a ball breaker, but I don't take offense to it. Whatever.
No, the two of you always have
We always
yeah.
each other. We're like brother and sister. Ew. But anyway, what was I saying?
Just that nobody obviously, cares to ask how you're doing. And
The whole thing. And then now, me and my other sister, the one I was closest to, the younger one, not the one I just met, the younger one, the one that with the wedding and everything. That wedding destroyed our relationship. Single-handedly destroyed our. And like, what? Why? She's like, I don't want you wearing that in your hair. I don't want. I'm like, what the? For my wedding, I was like, do whatever you want with your hair. Put this in your hair. Whatever you want. She was my maid of honor.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't let me do the maid of honor speech. She told me her best friend was going to do it.
Oh.
I didn't even see her at the wedding. She didn't come over to me. She didn't talk to me. We have one picture, me, her, my sister Amanda was 9 months pregnant. She was about to give birth, literally. She was in sweatpants. So we have one picture on the red carpet, like with the backdrop, and that's it. We have no pictures together. She saw me sitting while she was on the dance floor the whole time. And then when I got on the dance floor, you would think she'd grab me.
Yeah.
Nope. That was the worst wedding I've ever been to. I just got to be honest.
I mean, with such a important figure in your life, a family member, and
Oh my
you know,
God. My sister actually told me at one point, leave.
really.
Leave. I'm like, what the f-? And I even told you I was going to leave. Do you remember that? Because I got there a little bit later, but she was getting her hair and makeup done. Who gives a f-? That was crazy. And I paid for her whole bridal shower.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And that was expensive. Her man's credit card was on there. I was like, take it away. They charged him for a second, then they charged me, and then they took his thing off. But I paid for that, and then after that, she had no use for me. So thank you for that. Thank you. That means a lot to me. After knowing what I just went through. You actually came to the house once. We got sandwiches. You got us sandwiches. Vin got us sandwiches. And it almost felt like you were going to be there for me. But then after that, I never saw you again. Why? Weird. What's up, guys? Hope you are loving hello. I just wanted to pop in really quick because I always get so many messages from you guys about Cameo. You guys want me to make you a short video wishing somebody well, motivational advice, quick idea, even like an anniversary, whatever the hell you guys want. If you guys want me to tell somebody you love them or maybe like you want to propose to somebody, I'll say it for you. Like I'll say whatever you guys want. I like to connect with my Angelina army because you guys are really the ones that keep me going. I love you guys so much. You guys really rally for me, and I see it. I love you guys, really. You're the ones that keep me going, and you guys are the reasons why I'm still in the show. Head over to cameo.com/AngelinaMTV to book again. That's cameo.com/AngelinaMTV. Cannot wait to connect with you guys. I love you guys.
In a perfect world,
That's weird.
going after everything that you've been through with all of them, what would you love? Like where do you see not closure, but where do you see
There is never going to be
peace?
closure.
Is there ever going to be peace?
I don't think so. And it's sad to say that because I want peace more than anything, but people are not willing to talk to me. They're only willing to speak to other people. Everyone's saying, oh, you made me look like I made you? Me, I did that. I put the words in your mouth. No.
As a friend, I would just say that you really have to focus on you now.
I want to talk to my mom, though.
Yeah.
I would love to have a nice, normal, not yelling,
Yeah.
like a productive conversation with her. Because no matter what, like, I don't want her to like she's got like things going on right now.
And
it's,
you want to be there for her.
yeah, it's pretty serious what's going on with her.
Yeah, you've opened
And that
up
might be
to
another
yeah.
thing that I have to deal with right now. And I don't want it filmed.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
That's her privacy.
Yes.
But if that is what's going on right now, which it is, that's terrible. That's going to be heart-wrenching. But I want to like drive her and I want to like bring her.
Is there a situation to where you could just show up? somewhere?
She moved. So she moved into another apartment, so I don't know where she moved to.
And no one will tell you.
Nope. No one will tell me.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
And I'm blocked. So I mean, I can call her from I guess somebody else's phone, but is she going to pick up? We can try right now.
Mm,
You don't think we should?
it's up to you.
Lana, give me your phone. If she picks up, I would be very shocked, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just give it to her.
Uh
And to everybody listening, obviously, Angelina just said that she respects her mother's privacy.
Yep.
So if obviously she were to answer and we don't show it, then we won't show it.
let me see. My sister sent me her new number. Crazy. All of it's crazy. I mean, if you literally told me like a year ago this would be like my life right now, I'd say you were lying.
I mean, how could anybody even try to take even half of what you just unpacked?
And then when I go to work, it's like hard because I'm like, you know.
Do you feel like it's your job to open up about every little piece of it?
I almost feel like I'm so used to just opening up,
You're just such an open person
but
that,
but lately I got to stop.
well, because at this point, all the different reactions from people that,
It's been used against me like a weapon in a lot of ways, to say the least. And it's weird because like when you don't tell something, it's like you didn't tell us. It's like
and then you're honest, there's just no winning.
There's
There's
no
just,
win-
just no winning.
there's no winning. It's like being on TV is great, but then it's like I can't describe it to you. Like,
Well, this right here is
not even to laugh. It's like I'm laughing because I'm like so upset that like there's no other emotion. I've cried so much that like I don't really think there's much more tears left.
but it's all you can do right now.
I mean, I still cry. Cry about my grandmother a lot. Cry about my mother. I cry about this whole situation. But, of course I have to feel bad for everybody else crying. Like you threw me under the bus. Like I have to feel bad for you because I'm just saying the truth. Because you hurt me.
Yeah.
But I can't say it because now it's going to now the way you looks like that's just what you look like because you did it to yourself. And you were just testing your daughter for money? How the does that make any sense to you? Make it make sense, please.
Yeah.
Or is that a lie as a friend? Or you don't know.
No, you don't know.
But
I think
but
that's,
does it sound like a lie to you?
no. I mean, what? The saying that was a test? Oh, it absolutely sounds like a lie. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, just to any human.
Who the does that to their kid?
See, well, here's the thing. If it doesn't sound like a lie, it sounds convenient, to say the least.
You must have thought about that for
because like we kind of were just saying, it
Oh
could
my
have
God.
been like maybe after a couple months of knowing each other. Hey, you know what? I'm struggling right now.
That's
I love
different.
you. I don't want to impose. Obviously generations are different, but it was a laundry list of requests so soon. Listen, I'm not involved, but just as an outsider looking in, this is what it looks like. And that's why
This is really what happened. We actually he came out for my birthday dinner that I love Cafe Luna. So shout out to them. They actually like didn't charge us anything, whatever, which was so nice. Like they're so awesome. Me and Vin always go. But he kept saying like I don't have much money to go out to dinner. Like what the like no one's asking you money right now. Like to like pay all this money like. So then we're outside, we're about to get into our cars and he's like, "Damn. You guys all have Mercedes and Jesus Christmas. Like you guys are rolling all deep in what'd he say? Wait, what did he say? You were there. You were standing right. Damn, I gotta step it up a notch. I'm like,
do you think that it comes from a place of insecurity? and being kind of thrown into a group of people that not necessarily he's used to being around, and this is his only way to like react, you know?
I don't even
I
know
can't
this man.
imagine. Well, here's my thing though.
Ugh,
Obviously,
I don't even know.
like imagine you were thrown into like the friend group of the Kardashians or something, and then everybody's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna fly private. We're gonna do this. We're gonna like all like a whole big thing." But you wouldn't just say like, "Oh, I gotta step it up." I
He,
feel like I would be
yeah.
trying to hang.
He told my friend Dana, he's like, "You got a Mercedes too? What the?" He's like, "What am I doing wrong?" I'm like, and she even still talks about it. She's
Really?
like, "Dude."
And Dana
She,
will come on.
oh, Dana will come on.
Dana will definitely come on
Yep.
the podcast.
She was there for that, and she was like, "What in the?" Like she's even like,
And I think also it's important to preface.
there's a lot of people that are like that are like they witness a lot of. So
Yeah.
just putting that out there.
I think it's important to preface also that you're not using your podcast to just continue this narrative. You're
No.
using it to say it all, put it all out on the table,
All of it.
you know, and if
Put it out on the table.
yeah, like this is just kind of another medium of your life, but without the reality edit.
I'm going to start doing therapy on Monday. So I'm also going to speak to a therapist, and I'm hoping that we're going to connect. Like I'm going to like her. She's going to like me. That's going to be my start for my healing because I don't think I've healed. Obviously, I haven't healed yet. And I'm not going to heal for a while, probably. Am I ever going to heal? I don't know.
But you're going to do the work to try to get there.
Correct.
Right? Like
this is my start on Monday.
yeah, and that's important.
It's
And
very
you know what? You
important.
have the support of your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have the support of everybody in the world.
I mean,
Really?
yeah, a lot of people.
You know,
A
and
lot of people.
I know we keep going back to like, you know, putting your heart on a plate and somebody's going to stab it. That's, you know, what Abby always says all the time.
It's crazy.
But
I understand her.
yeah, like you got people in your corner. I know that it's probably so
Sometimes it doesn't feel like that.
yeah,
But then when I open my Instagram, I feel like that.
which I guess is some
So I need to like open Instagram to feel that way. Like
no,
it's crazy.
you
for
shouldn't
me.
have to. You shouldn't have to. And what about the people who aren't, you know, in your situation who don't have Instagram to go to get some kind of like encouragement? They're literally alone. You know, what would
Jesus.
you say to the people that are listening to this that are struggling with the same thing that you are now and don't have that person? Are, you know, like what could you say to these people to try to,
Jesus.
you know,
I mean,
where
first
do
of
you
all,
start?
I feel terrible for you. Um, and if they're alone, you know, and they haven't met, because a lot of people are writing to me, I can't hire a genealogist. It's expensive because they are. You know, thank God I had the show that helped me. And Pamela was great. She always gets it. She always finds the like. She's like, until I find, I don't stop.
And she was very real with you, being like, "Are you sure that this is what
There were
you
things
want to
that they
do?"
didn't air. Think they saved him, but I mean, she was like, you know, he got in a little trouble. They didn't air that. So when he's like, they fucking aired everything, like, no, they actually didn't. They aired the Rolex shit. I was like, whoa.
What do you think about that edit of that whole scene? Because I
Whoa.
think everybody felt like they were there, like at the table.
It's crazy.
Like, do you think that they did it
Did you
right?
did you see my face?
Well, yeah, but you actually, I feel, you were letting it slide, you were letting it slide, you were letting it
And
slide.
then it sunk in when I left,
Yes.
and that hurt.
But just
Ugh.
go back again to, you know,
Okay.
what would you tell the people out there
That's
that
right.
are also struggling?
I would tell them it's going to be rough. It's going to be a hard road. Therapy is exactly what I'm doing. It's taken me a while to find a therapist, but I mean they're hard to come by. It's annoying as fuck. I got to tell you the truth. Like therapists, like you guys got to be more accessible, honestly, because mental health is a really big deal right now. It's been a big deal, but now like social media is really bringing it out there. Um, like all that like please don't ever do that to yourself. Like I have had people say that they wanted to murder themselves over something that like this exact thing, and they thanked me for giving them, you know, the strength and like to live. So because of me, I was like I was in tears. I'm like, oh my god, And then I wrote back. I was like, don't ever do that to yourself. Like, your life is worth so much. Like, please, like, if you need me to talk to you, like, call me. I was going to give them my phone number. I was like, should I? I don't need, but I was like, kind of talking that person off the ledge because they were like, I just don't want to live anymore. I was like, oh my God. But they said that I gave them the strength from my story, from me telling my story about this because they're going through the same. So I was like, whoa, that really hit me. And I feel like for anybody out there that's going through this, you're going to open up Pandora's box if you do the test. If it does come back, a lot of people are like, I don't know if I should do it. They're writing to me. Should I do it? I'm like, ooh, because this is how I feel. I kind of open up Pandora's box. You never know what you're going to find out. If you find out that your father or mother, whoever you're trying to look for, or your siblings are not who you want them to, or you like they don't fit into your life, just get rid of them. It's going to suck because you're going to know that they're alive. That's the thing that sucks is now
Mm.
I know he's alive. And I
He's
can't
just there.
I can't change him.
Yeah.
I literally did a reset like 2 weeks ago. And he did it again with the tickets and I'm like, am I like really like why? So like for me, my advice is like be careful. If you have money, if you have a create like a very stable job, be careful with your finances. Don't share too much. For me, unfortunately, I'm a public figure. So it was already out there. He already knew who I was walking in, like because obviously we FaceTimed him. Um, if they seem to act like they see dollar signs in you, red flag. It's sad. It's sad. And then it's like you don't know what to do. Like I don't even know how to explain this and like give people advice so much right now because I'm trying to give myself advice.
Hmm.
So I'm actually like at a rock and a hard place right now because I'm like I want to give you guys advice, but it's like I'm like I don't even know how to do it myself. I'm struggling because he's saying all these nice things and then he's up and then he's saying all these nice things and he's up and then he's up again and he's up again. It's like I want to you up again.
Is there any room for an apology? Is there any
He doesn't know how
room?
to apologize. He's always right. He's
So
one of those guys.
I guess for now, the
Let's see.
door isn't necessarily open.
I mean, after this tax, I mean, it's just been it's been hard. Did you see that tax? I mean, it was just like, um, like if you see money's written in here.
Yeah.
Do you see that thousand?
Yeah.
Why the are you talking? What about getting to know your kid? Here's another thing. Why don't you go ask me to go for a walk with you? Why didn't you ask me what my favorite color was? What about going to get ice cream? What about going to the movies?
And remind me how far he lives. Like, where is he near
He
you?
lives in Red Bank.
Yeah. Like,
Like what? When I found
wild.
that out, I was like, "No, this man's under my nose, literally." Wow, I was so excited. I had him over the summer. He had his dog over. I was with, he was barbecuing. I'm never gonna forget one thing he did. He was washing my dishes once, and I was watching him, and I was like, "Wow, like he's washing my dishes like I have a dad." And that was like, and then it was like womp womp, and then it was all taken from me.
So where do you go from here? Just putting
I don't
obviously
know.
worrying about healing with your mother,
I would like that.
uh, worrying about yourself,
It's hard.
but
I never worry about myself.
yeah.
I worry about everybody else first. I think about everybody else first.
Well, I think, listen,
I
therapy,
think,
you're making a good, you're
yeah,
bettering your mental health and you're trying to, put the tools in, and that's all you can do right now.
it takes a toll on you. So my last thing of advice is like, don't ever harm yourself over this. Like, it's hard because you get to that point where you're like, what the else is going to come? Like, is there going to be any like positivity? Is there going to be a light at the end of the tunnel? Or is it just going to keep getting bad? Is somebody going to fight? Like, you know, is somebody going to sue somebody? Because he's like, I'm going to sue your mother. I'm like, okay. Like, now I'm getting to the point where, like, I'm like, no. Like, the suing got it, it's done. Like,
Something's got to give.
I got mad. Like, you don't want to sue nobody because, like, it's not happening. Why are we like, why are you even talking? Like, why are you saying things like that when you said what you said? No one could sue. He's like, I'm going to sue MTV.
Okay. Have fun.
You're going to sue MTV. Paramount Plus. Good luck, friends. Good luck, pal. Because you're going to need it. He signed an NDA. He signed a appearance. Like, everything that they used,
Yeah.
they were allowed to use.
Valid. That's a whole nother.
That's not
Yeah.
defamation. You can't say that.
In a way, he also signed up for all of this to be aired out.
He did sign up for it. And then he's like, what
Yeah.
the? He didn't think it was going to air. I'm like, I don't know what's going to air. He kept asking. By the way, he kept asking me for months, what's going to air? Because he knew he f***ed up.
Mm.
And I was like, I don't know. Because I don't know what's going to air. But when I watched those 2 episodes,
Everybody was so.
I was in tears.
I mean, everybody was.
Everyone
It's hard
was.
to not be, you know?
Watching myself cry at Mike's house was terrible. It's terrible. He was like making me a sandwich. Like she hasn't had food. Like he could tell I was frail. Like I was in
You
a
could see it. You could see it on your
I
face.
was in a bad place. Like bad place. And you know what? Like I still am. I'm trying. All I can say is for people out there, just try. Try to just keep on keeping on. Like I don't even know any other advice to give them. But like if you want to DM me, I'll always try to answer you. I'm trying to answer all my DMs. It's so hard because there's so many of them. But there's a lot of people out there going through this. Like people like my neighbor was my dad. I just found out my uncle was my dad. I'm like, what the? My mother kept this from me. Like my father kept this from about my mother. I was like, whoa! Like I didn't know this was like this big of a community.
Maybe that could be something that you tap into with.
I mean, I
the
would like to
podcast.
maybe a couple of people that are going through the same. Maybe we can have somebody on
Yeah.
that is going through or has went through sort of the same thing.
Yeah. And you can provide any kind of.
Maybe we could talk, like even
Yeah.
if it's like they don't need to. Obviously,
But
who cares who they are?
Yeah,
Like,
and you could
Yeah.
just kind of like.
that would be like therapy for
Yes,
both of us. Like
exactly.
honestly, like to hear somebody else's story that is going through or did go through the same thing. I think that's so like it's like it would like heal us a little bit.
Yeah.
Like not fully. I don't think anyone can ever be fully healed from something like this.
No. And
It's gonna it's
I
gonna
couldn't even imagine, and I wish that I could even try to give any kind of advice other than
I know.
just, worry, like you said, worry about your mom, worry about you, but just know like you are such a good human.
Thank you.
You
Because a lot of
are.
people think I'm not.
Well, listen,
I'm over it.
it is what it is. You
I'm
can't
over that
please
fucking
everybody.
narrative.
Yeah, but you put your heart on
It's not good enough. And I hate to say it like this, I don't want pity from anyone. I'm really being serious when I say this. I have booking agents saying it's hard to book me DJ gigs because of the way that I looked on TV. People actually believe that I'm some bitch villain. It's like, no. Like, I'm the one that wears her heart on her sleeve and says my stories. Like, I give my stories to the world. Whether you like it or not, like, you might not love me. Like, I might be an asshole in some episodes and you might not agree with what I do, but I'm real. That's all I can say.
Well, cheers to being real.
Cheers to being authentic and real.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. Like I said, I don't even know how many tears I have left anymore at this point. I'm like, just want to peace. I'm trying to have peace with everybody at this point. That's why I tried to do a reset. It's not going to work. He's not going to, it's like, oh, you my life up. No, you my life up. Just be a dad. Why don't we go for ice cream with me? Like, if you don't have the money, I would have paid. Like, learn like to get to know your daughter. Like, you have another daughter. That's what's sad. If I was if I was him, I would definitely want to get to know me. Not money wise. It's always about money.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. And that's so heart wrenching to know that. And he could deny it all he wants, but I know the truth. And so do the text messages he wrote that I saved. So you can't take those back.
No. But I guess
That's why I keep it as receipts, because people like that are so happy and they'll be like, I'm going to sue. For what? For being a real. But that's why I keep receipts, because you can't lie. And you could look at my IP address, whatever the you need to do, because these are really what's coming from his phone.
I guess we'll just have to see
Sad.
where this leads. But again, just
I don't know, man.
We love you. We're wishing you well.
Thank you. I
You
love you
deserve
too.
it.
I
You-
just
you-
like
you
can't believe this
deserve it.
happened. Honestly, it's crazy out there. It's a crazy world. People
Yeah.
are crazy. But there's a lot of good people though.
Yes.
I want the good people. Please, good people, manifest them to my life.
Yes. We're manifesting good people.
That's it. That's
Yes.
all. I just want like peace. Like, man, it's been hard to get peace. Me and my friend Lana that's sitting over there, she's like, what the She's like, where's the peace? I'm like, I don't know. It's not coming to me. I'm like, please, please, God, please, God. Like, it's been hard.
Do you feel better about opening up a little bit today?
I feel like you're like my therapist right now. I hope my therapist on Monday's like you.
I'm just your BFF.
I know.
And I
And I
just
love you
love
for
you.
that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for doing this and like really like asking me the questions and like you're even like you're crying. Like
Oh my
you're
God, yeah,
emotional. You were
yeah.
probably did your boyfriend watch it?
He did.
What did he do? What did he say?
He was just shocked. More so just I think at one point he asked me like, is this show scripted?
Yeah, no, not
And I said no.
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 You can't script that.
Yeah.
I even actually bought a DNA test for him to take. So then he did it and he took a video of him putting it in the mailbox and he got the results back. And it came back that he is my father. So we not only did the production,
he went to the effort to do it too.
well, I got him the
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
he wouldn't have bought it
No,
himself.
yeah.
I mean, obviously.
You went to the effort and
You wouldn't have bought
yeah.
it yourself. Let's be real. You know, it's always me. I'm glad I helped you with that because he didn't actually believe it at one point.
Thought it was like a setup.
He was like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, we're gonna shut that down really quick. Here's your DNA test. I'm gonna watch you do it." And he sent it, and it came back. He goes, and he sent me the, and it is your father. Like it says father, dad. It said dad. So that was cleared up for you.
Yeah.
What else do you want? Want my blood too? What the do you want? DNA doesn't lie. So that is my father. Well, I wouldn't say father because a father is a big title to give somebody. I don't want to give that man. Unfortunately, it's sad. He's not, I wouldn't say he's like an evil bastard, but he's a dick a little bit. Like,
Disappointment.
you know who you are. You're a disappointment. It's sad. Like, you really, like, I'm your blood. I have your blood running through my body right now. And unfortunately, it's sad to say, you didn't care to get to know me. So I hope you live with that.
Well, on a lighter note,
I had to say that. Sorry.
No.
I had to say that.
Yeah, I mean, you
Just
plan
like, fuck.
you plan on opening up about other episodes that aren't necessarily as emotionally taxing as this one was.
We're gonna have
So,
fun too.
yes.
Trust me. This is not gonna be like all emotional, like crazy, like just sad, morbid. Like it's not gonna be that kind of podcast. So don't worry. I'll get trash. We'll do like crazy stuff. People like when I'm just like a weirdo. Who knows?
Weirdo or
just myself and just
Yeah.
being crazy. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
I'm unapologetically myself.
Maybe that could be the title for this episode.
Oh, that's actually cool. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. So thank you guys for listening to Hello. And thank you, Michael, for being here and
Always love
being
you.
my bestie. Thank you for having me open, like, asking me these questions and just like getting down to this, like, because this has been very raw and real, and I think people need to listen to this.
For sure. And I'm here for you. We're all here for you.
Thank you. And it means a lot to hear that because like I said, I don't hear it a lot. So thank you. Love you.
Love you more.
Love you guys too. So stay tuned for the next one. And like I said, they're not always going to be like this sad and emotional. But if there's anybody out there that wants to DM me about this exact scenario and it's been happening to you, I will answer you. I will try to get to you. So my DMs are open. Love you guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to Hello with me, Angelinas. As always, be sure to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review and head over to patreon.com/AngelinaMTV for extended uncensored episodes where you could win fun goodies like signed headshots, note cards from our recordings. Follow us on Instagram at Hello Podcast for extra tea. And there's a lot of tea on there. Just letting you know, you guys are going to want to hear it. So follow me there. See you next time.